We've got adjacent angles, complementary, supplementary angles, and then measuring angles. What's the tool we use to measure an angle called? Protractor. Called a protractor. Yeah, Holly. What'd you say? Yes, it's going. Recording. Hi. Okay, so let's go ahead and write down the definition of adjacent angles. If two angles have the same vertex and share the side between, then the angles are called adjacent angles. So vertex means this point here. That's the vertex of an angle. So this angle has a vertex here and then a vertex here. So it says they have to have the same vertex. So does this first picture here have the same vertex? No. Okay? These have different vertexes here. This has the same vertex and they share the side in between. So EDG is adjacent to GDF. So which one is adjacent? This one. Okay, and everybody needs this in their notes. That definitely. Right. So add that to your notes, you guys, that adjacent, the word adjacent means next to. And you should draw this picture here of adjacent angles. Okay, so we have an angle next to another angle. All right, that's adjacent angles. So they have to share a vertex and a side. Mark.
Would no angle like EGF and GDF, would they be, those wouldn't be adjacent?
Right, no, they would not. So Mark was asking, would this bigger angle be adjacent to that one? No, because it has to be next to, like in the middle, okay? All right, complementary angles and supplementary angles. So what do we know about complementary angles? Anybody know anything about a complementary angle? What do you think?
Like if there's an angle and it's less than, I think like 180 or something.
Oops. So complementary angles, you guys, always add to, anybody know?
90 degrees.
Yes, 90 degrees. So if I drew these two adjacent angles, okay, they have to add to 90 degrees, okay? So if I have a little A and a little B here, so angle A and angle B have to add up to 90 degrees. So you could have 70 and 20. Those add to 90 degrees, so they are complementary, okay? I could have 10 and 80. Those add to 90 degrees, so they're complementary. Make sense? Okay. And then we have supplementary angles. Anybody know supplementary, Nick?
And 180.
Yes.
Can you have more than 2 complementary angles?
No, just 2 angles. Okay. So supplementary angles make a straight line right here, because a straight line is 180 degrees. So supplementary angles add to 180 degrees. So they might be like 150 and 30. Okay? Those add to 180, so they are supplementary. Okay, so here's the type of problem that you might have. The supplement of an angle measures 40 degrees. What is the measure of that angle? Okay, anybody know the answer?
140.
Yeah, 140. But I want an equation for this, okay? So we're going to say some angle that we don't know plus 40 has to equal 180. Why 180? Because it says supplement, okay? Then we're going to solve it to find the missing angle. We subtract 40 from both sides, so the other angle has to be 140, and you need a degree symbol, okay, that little degree sign, when you're finding an angle, okay? Yeah. Yeah, you can. Okay, the complement of an angle measures 40 degrees. What is the measure of that angle? So who knows the answer to this? Yes, okay, that'd be the equation, but the answer would be 50, right? They have to add to 90 degrees, but we are going to write an equation. So some angle that we don't know plus 40 has to add to 90. Why 90? Because it says complement. So you got to memorize that complement adds to 90 degrees. So subtract 40 from both sides, and we get 50, and be sure you put the degree, the little degree symbol. Okay? Easy enough. Okay, pretty sure we know these, but just in case, let's write these in our notes. All right? You've been doing this. All right, which angle is obtuse? Raise your hand. Oh, wait, you know what you guys might not know is how to write an angle correctly. So put this in your notes. All right, Coleman, which one is obtuse?
The one on the left.
The one on the left. Okay, so how do we write this angle? There are two correct ways to write the angle, but you have to do it one of those two ways. Jessica?
You can make like a less than sign
Okay.
above the letters.
Yeah, that means an angle. Good. Good. What else? What else do I have to do? Yep. No. All right, two ways you can do it. You can say MXY or YXM, but X has to be in the middle. So MXY. You can't see in the back. Always the one that's the vertex has to be in the middle, but you can go either way. Okay? So now we've got which angle is acute? What do you think? The one on the right. This one right here is acute. Who can tell me one way to label it? Coleman.
More than X.
Don't say less than or more than because it's not really needed. Say angle. That means angle, okay? And then what? That would be this one, yes, but this one for the acute one. Who can see this over here? What do you think, Harrison?
CX, is that an O or a Q?
Yeah, I don't know. That's an O. We'll go with O. C-K-O. Okay, what's the other way to label it that would be correct? Maddie?
Okay, see.
Okay, C. All right, good. And which angle is a right angle, Coleman? Middle one. So how would I label this one? Yeah. X, B, P, or P, B, X. All right, it has to be one of those ways. And then we always put the angle symbol in front. We're not done. Not done. Refer to the figure above to determine the measure of the angle. Man, I don't know if you guys can see this in the back. Okay, this is a protractor. It starts at 0 here on the inside and goes to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way over to what? 180. Right, 180 because that's a straight line. So up at the middle is 90. Now if you measure it going the other direction, we've got them on the other side as well. So they also go from 0 to 180 on the top. So you have to know if you have an angle greater than 90 degrees or less than 90 degrees. Okay? So we're going to have people come up here, and they're going to show us AOC, where it is, and what angle measure they think that that is. All right, so let's see. Who have I not really called on? Riley, AOC, come show us where AOC is. And then if you could give us an angle measure.
It's like from right there to...
Okay, good. So you have two numbers that you're looking at. Stay up there. So AOC, okay? Where do you think this is right here? What two numbers are there?
15.
15 and
17.
I think it's actually 165. Okay, so you guys, which is the right answer? Is it 15 or is it 165? 15. Yeah, it's less than 90 degrees, so it's 15. You have to go with the smaller angle here, and it's right in between 10 and 20, so we get 15 degrees. Okay? And let's get some people in the back because you guys can't really see very well. How about AOD in this back row here? I need a few in the back. They're all just following you. No volunteers. Okay, Aaron, go ahead. AOD. Right there. Good. So tell us what angle this is. It's an acute angle, and it's at like 34 or 25. Yeah, it's got to be between 20 and 30, right?
Yeah.
So maybe a little more than 25, right? Because here's like the middle, so maybe 26. Okay? We might not be exact with this protractor. It's a little hard to read. All right, so Holly, come up and do AOG.
There.
Okay, good.
Or it's at 100.
Is that 100 right there?
Yeah.
Cool. So remember, there's two things there, and it's greater than 90, so you have to go with the one that's more than 90 degrees. All right, Kieran, IOG. Taking the long way around. Work.
Right there.
Okay, so now you guys, this is the same angle, but on the other side. So it's not the same measurement, because is that greater than 90 or less than 90?
Less than
Okay, so what is this little number right here?
80.
All right, 80. Okay, IOF, Harper, come up here, IOF. Ooh, okay, what's that one?
90.
That's easy because they're both 90, so 90 degrees, cool. IOB, all right, Jacob. Ooh, good, right here, IO, and then B, I can't see, okay, good. So is that greater than 90? Yeah, where is that, Jacob? I can't tell you. 175? Okay, I believe you. That looks good. Okay, 175. Everybody good on the protractor?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.